close it up and all that like I do every night. And I looked down the hallway, and he had that shotgun to his chin. I freaked out, went down the hallway, and he had me pinned up against.
Okay. Describe to me when you first saw him with the shotgun to his chin. And I know we're going to get to the tough part here, okay? And if you need to pause for a moment and understand that, okay?
I'm just trying to get through it.
I know. The first time you saw him with that shotgun, as best you can, describe to me everything about that, how the shotgun was positioned, everything you remember about it.
It was backwards.
Backwards. Front facing him?
The trigger part was on the outside.
So the trigger guard would have been facing away from him?
Right.
Okay. Which direction was he facing?
Well, after I got down the hallway, okay, you know about when I'm coming down the hallway?
And you see him?
He's facing me.
What position is he in the hallway? Is he in the hallway?
Yeah.
Okay. Is he
He's
at
looking
the end of
down
the hall, or is
he's
he
at the
at
end
the
of
front
the
of the hall?
hall where those 3 doors are at.
Uh-huh.
He's standing there facing
you.
towards the living room.
Is he looking at you?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do when you see this?
I jump up off the couch and go down the hallway, and I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, I'm gonna fix this all right now." And I said, "No." And me being stupid, I grabbed the top of the gun.
Where are you at when you grab your gun?
Well, he had turned me around by then, so my back's against that middle door.
He turned you around?
Mm-hmm.
So how did the contact begin?
I don't know. Like I said, I grabbed the top of the gun.
Did he grab you and turn you around?
No, he turned the gun. So I went with it because I had a hold of the top part.
So you grabbed the top of the gun,
out.
and he turned around?
My finger's on top of it. He turned around, and I turned around with it. My finger's on the top with it.
Okay. So what position are you in now?
My back's against that linen closet door.
Okay.
And he's in front of me, like, right here.
Okay. Now, what is the front of the gun or the back of the gun facing you? Can you remember?
What do you mean?
Okay.
The guard's still
The
out.
guard is facing you?
Yeah, where the trigger is.
Okay. Is the gun still pointed up? Or
Pointed
to the chin? Okay. And you still have a hold of the barrel?
The look in his eye that I saw, I let go of the gun. I just let go.
Did he say anything to make you let go? Or?
No.
Okay.
I just let go, and I just said to him, "Baby, I love you. Don't do this. I've already buried a child, and I can't bury you too." I said, "Everybody loves you. Your family loves you," and I'm dropped to my knees by now. I yelled for Maria to come out there in the hallway, and she saw what was going on, and I said, "Are you still on the phone with Jimbo?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Tell him to get over here and help me. I can't do this."
Did you hear what she said to Jimbo?
No. I didn't. I get back to my feet, and I'm begging him just to put the gun down. I said, "Baby, the gun's loaded. You got it cocked. You just put the gun down. Whatever the problem is, we can fix it. Just put the gun down."
Did you grab the gun again?
I didn't grab the gun again because the look in his eye.
Yeah.
It's like he was trying to, he finally had taken the gun out from under his chin, but he still had it up. And his finger was still on the trigger.
Which finger was on the trigger? Which hand? Do you know if he's right or left-handed?
He's right-handed. He's actually ambidextrous. But his primary is right.
But you don't remember which hand was on the... Which...
I don't. Like I said, the gun, it's like he moved it out from under his chin, but it was still, he still had his finger on the trigger.
It was in front of him now?
You know, it was still backwards.
Well, I mean, but it was in front of him?
And I don't know if he was going to set the gun down, what he was doing. He didn't say a word. He just bent over and shot. He hit the floor. He just dropped. I run down the hallway to the living room to get his phone. And I dialed 911. I run down the entryway to unlock the front door and swing the door open so the paramedics and the cops could just come on in. Maria calls Jimbo back and says, "Where you at?" He just shot himself. And by this time, the puddle of blood got bigger. And I worked in the ER and labor and delivery for 6 years at Denver Regional. The only thing I knew to do, I got down there on my knees and I held him and picked his brain up, put pressure on his head with my right hand, and he started gasping for air like he was snoring. So I cocked his head because he had blood coming out of his mouth. So I cocked his head, and he looked at me with his left eye. And, the lady, the dispatcher, said to stay on the phone with her, and I did. Told her where I was at, what had happened. I tried to find a pulse because he was still gasping for air, but I couldn't feel his heartbeat. So I looked for his pulse in his neck. Couldn't find one. And then the next thing I know, I'm getting a gun pulled on me by a cop. Which I understand why.
Right. You're still inside at that point?
I'm still holding Daniel. Yeah. And they asked me to step out of the house. And it was the last time I saw Daniel.
When Daniel bent over, did he bend down over the gun? Daniel have any kind of life insurance or anything you know about?
I have no idea.
But he had a 401k through the aluminum, hydro aluminum. Okay. And that's in Commerce? Has he ever talked about hurting himself, suicide, anything since you've known him?
When we first got together, he had told me that if I hadn't came into his his life when I did, that he wouldn't be around now.
Did you elaborate on that?
No.
Did you ever ask him what he meant by that?
He said he had given up on life until we met.
Say why he given up? What had happened in his life to give up on it?
He just caught his ex-wife cheating on him with a 19-year-old kid. They just got divorced. It was final last week.
So his divorce with his ex-wife was final last week. What was her name?
Amber. I have her phone number if you need it.
Yeah.
And this is Jeannie, his youngest son's mother. His second wife. He's been married 3.
What's his second wife's name?
Amy.
Amy, you know,
Underwood. Her number. Oh, goodness. He's got 15 numbers on his phone. Let me look at her line because I only got one number for her. 903-348-3584.
3584.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other one?
Sorry.
You said you had 3 wives?
Michelle and him haven't spoken years. Michelle, his first wife, is Michelle Price. I don't...
So you don't have her number?
No.
They haven't spoken years?
Mm-hmm.
How often does he speak to Amy?
We speak to her all the time. Her and I get along, and...
They have a kid together?
Mm-hmm.
How old's the kid?
He just turned 6.
Okay. So the kid with Amber?
No, he has an older son that's 11. Actually, he just turned
Michelle.
12. With a girl named Jennifer. Oh, what's her last name? You know Mike Swindell?
Uh-huh.
His grandson.
Okay. Jennifer Swindell.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if that was her last name or not, but
Yeah,
I contacted Mike earlier.
Told him what happened. Rebecca, I think, you know, we have your number now. Your number is 440-2036, right? Should we need to contact you again, we'll call you. Okay. You know, I don't know at this point if we'll need to talk to you again or not. I appreciate you coming. I know you had to wait a long time up here, but
Great.
I want you to know my sympathies, my condolences are with you. Okay. There's really nothing I can tell you that's going to make you feel better, okay? I just tell you, you say you have faith, continue to have that faith, okay? We don't know why things happen, but, they happen for a reason. We can't see that, we can't see the big picture down here, okay? But God can see the big picture. It's not up to us to explain, Okay?